Hi everyone, Jamie here from Notebook Money. I was speaking with one of the advisors about buy-to-lets. The conversation we had was about the best way to purchase a buy-to-let. So I thought I'd jump on camera quickly, run through the options. Before we do, let me give you my top tip. Seek professional advice. Professionals are there to protect your interest and money. But before we jump into the video today, we need to understand what is a buy-to-let. A buy-to-let is solely for investment properties. A property you do not plan to or intend to live in. In this video, I'm going to talk about limited companies and personal names. There are other ways to hold property, but I'm just covering these two off today. Limited company and personal name, what should you choose? Now, if we look back in time, the majority of people have properties in their personal names. You might even have some in your personal name already. Personally, I think it's important to understand why it's changed. Or do you already know? Let me know in the comments if you do know already. For those that don't know already, simply put, it's down to section 24. Now you want to know what section 24 is, I'm guessing. Now, so our friends in government introduced section 24 in April 2017. Yeah, 2017. Section 24 is an amendment to UK's tax law that applies to income on residential rental properties. This means you'll no longer be able to claim mortgage interest or any property finance as a tax deductible. Before doing this video, I've done a quick Google search to see what the government says about section 24. There was, section 24 tax changes were introduced for several aims in mind. To curb the private rental market by making it less attractive for the landlord, to stop higher earners claiming back a large amount of tax relief, to increase the level of housing stock, to give first-time buyers a greater opportunity to get a foothold on the property ladder. In other words, basically a load of... Now let's have a look at the numbers and see how they compare. These figures are going to be basic and not based on a real property, but will hopefully give you a better understanding. So let's say you're renting out a property in your personal name pre-section 24. Assuming you're on an interest-only mortgage, just to help with the math. Let's say your monthly mortgage payment is £234.38 per month. Let's say your monthly rent received is £700 per month. Now, that gives you a monthly profit of £465.62. That's a profit of £5,587.44 for the year after your mortgage costs. Now, before Karen jumps into the comments, I haven't included any rental voids or maintenance costs. This is just a quick example of how it's changed. When I look at figures, I always plan for the worst and hope for the best. I hope you're the same. So let's assume you're a 40% taxpayer in the UK. You're going to be paying £2,234.98 in tax. So your profit's going to be £3,352.47. Now let's do another example based on if you were to own the property in your personal name post section 24. Again, we're going to use the same figures as last time. A monthly mortgage payment of £234.38, a monthly rental income of £700 per month. Again, we're going to keep the figures basic and not account for any rental voids, maintenance, estate agency fees, or anything along those lines. All we're looking at is, now with section 24, that you can't deduct your interest mortgage payments, and what it would look like if it was a 40% taxpayer. So again, now this time around you're going to pay 40% on the $8,400, which is your annual rent of £700 per month. So your tax would be £3,360, but you do get a 20% tax relief, so that would make your tax then £2,688. This would make your net £2,899.44. The difference is £453.03 a year, based on these little figures. Now, I've used these low examples. I want you to get professional advice based on your personal circumstances. We haven't looked at it yet, but if you do it in a limited company, you may hear people call it an SPV. All that basically means is a special purpose vehicle. Basically, a company set up for a defined reason. In this example, holding property. So, we're going to use the same figures that we used for the other two examples, but this time for a limited company. So to recap, so we're always on the same page, £234.38 per month mortgage payment. Monthly rent, £700 again. Again, we're not taking any rental voids or maintenance or estate agent fees into consideration. So your rent's £8,400 per year, Your mortgage payments are £2,812.56 for the year. But now remember, under a limited company, your mortgage payments are treated as tax deductible. In a limited company, it is taxed differently. You pay corporation tax, which at the time of making this video is currently 19%. So let's break the figures down again. Your rent, take away your mortgage payments, that gives you a gross amount of £5,587.44. Now remember, you've got to pay tax on that. The limited company is corporation tax, currently 19%, which would equal £1,061.62. This leaves your net amount of £4,525.82. Normally mortgages are slightly more expensive in a limited company, but the gap is actually closing because more and more lenders are coming to market in this space. So we can see there's a difference, but remember, you may not be a high rate taxpayer, like the examples are given. Again, this video is for information purposes only. I haven't gone over the dividend taxes if you want to take money out of the company, because as I've said in this video already, I believe you should get professional tax advice for your circumstances. If you've got to this point, I hope I provided some value. Do me a favour, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to reach out to me, I'll drop my contact details in the description below. But I hope to see you in the next video.